morning and welcome to The Good Life with me, Eileen. We are here on Wellness Wednesday and we're here to open your mind. We are living the good life right here on WBOK 1230 AM. We are opening minds to living differently in the world with love, compassion, tolerance, and understanding for ourselves and everyone else. We do that right here weekdays at 11 a.m. Make sure you stay tuned for Marketplace Monday, Relationship Tuesday, Wellness Wednesday, Gumbo Talk Thursday, and of course Free Spirit Friday. Make sure you follow us on all of our social media platforms at TGL Radio Show, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and of course on Facebook, because we do all of our show lives there every day at 11 a.m. Thank you all for tuning in. I see you out there. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for following us. We have broke the 17,000 mark. We want to break the 20,000 mark. We can do it.
Excuse me.
We are touching the world right here out of New Orleans, and we need each and every one of you to help us. You know that share button?
Yes.
It's the most underutilized button in the world.
It is.
He's laughing at me.
It
You
is.
know it is. It's how we change the world. We share. We share our thoughts. We share our ideas. We share, our friends' businesses.
Yeah.
I'm your friend, y'all. Just share.
If you like something, you share it.
Right. Share. Somebody else.
And if you love it, you share it twice.
Right. Exactly. Because you can share it on all your friends' pages.
Right.
Just if you were
Like
wondering.
you shared my video twice.
I did. Did you like that?
This is beautiful. It
Well,
made my day right there.
Really? You think so? Well, what I've been doing, because I think everybody should use whatever platform they have to help others, especially if it exudes the good life, in my opinion. Love, tolerance, compassion, understanding. So what I've done for all of my partners who are here, each week, I've asked them to create a 60-second video, or I create it for them while I pull them in the side room, and I'm like, give me a 60-second video. But Basjons had his already. And, I put it on my social media platforms, and how easy is that? That literally cost me nothing. But it reached lots of people, and if it touched someone that needed the service, I think that is the good life. And so if each and every one of us attempted to take that approach, what could we create for each other? We talk about building our community. How many of us have a social media platform?
Yeah.
Every one of us out there at least has one. There are more people in the world that have a smartphone than a toothbrush. We talk about this all the time. It's Wellness Wednesday, so I don't know about the health of that or the hygiene of that. But real talk, more of us have smartphones. So if we all took that, we video everything else. We video fights. We video arguments. We share that all day long. But I will say shout out to Eileen Carter. For the second year in a row, their students have hit the 7 million mark. And from my understanding, the TOPS hasn't even come in this year. So that was just part of it. So they're going to, be doing above and beyond. They've had 100%, be accepted to college. And just the litany of things that are going on over there is absolutely amazing. They do have a principal over there that looks like us. And I just think that is amazing too.
Yeah.
And so, they're doing many wonderful things, and there's so many times where we share, information that isn't the most positive. So
West
I like
Bank
to share. You're West Bank? Oh, look, he's West Bank too.
West Bank.
Yeah, we have a little producer on the other side of the glass this morning. And so I just like to share a little positive information, and I actually shared it on my on the Good Life Radio Show page on Facebook. So if you follow us there, which you should, you will see a little video. They had a big party at their graduation, i.e., we do second lines and stuff. And so their graduates did the same. So shout out and congratulations to them and the school for all of their academic excellence, because they're an A-rated school.
That's awesome, man.
Continuously.
Wow.
That's very difficult. So I just want to shout out to them and all of their graduates this year and every year, all of their kids, because it takes a community, right?
Oh, it definitely does.
It creates a community. And I gave that example of Eileen Carter because, and I must be honest, I don't know where he started, because when he went there was a B school from my understanding. But my point is, it starts with the principal. Mm-hmm. And it starts with their frame of mind. So it starts with their thoughts.
Yep.
And we are here on Wellness Wednesday, and we have been discussing preparation this week. We discussed it with our community, our finances. We discussed it with regard to our children and how do we prepare our children with the attack yesterday. Are our children prepared to handle something, when we aren't there? Because as parents, we aren't always going to be there. And are we preparing them to make decisions on their own when they are faced with something difficult? If it may be a bullying situation, if it may be, peer pressure, whatever it may be, are they prepared to handle those situations? So today on Wellness Wednesday. We always say mind, body, and soul, but literally the segments are going to be mind, body, and soul. Because we have Basjons Jordan from Tiger Rock NOLA in the studio this morning, so he's going to help me with the mental preparation and the physical preparation. We'll have Bobbie Clark Alexander from the ATL. She is my life coach, and she is yours, and she will help us with the soul portion for the last segments. We want to make sure you stay tuned for the entire show because it is the good life. So how important is the mental game? Basjons, you are a 6-degree black belt. I can't even imagine the mental preparation. Look at him, right? You don't want to mess with him. You don't even want to, I can't even, like, the mental preparation that goes into that, because they say, a lot of those martial arts are mental.
Yes, it is.
They're mental. So can you explain that for us, please?
Yeah, I mean,
He's laughing like, duh.
I mean, martial arts is actually, martial means military, so it's a military art. So if you kind of, for those who've been in the military, or in the military, kind of, I mean, it's maybe not to that extreme, but I mean, it's pretty close. I mean, so, cause I get the question all the time, and, people always come up to me, are you military? I was like, no, it's just what I do martial arts.
But you know what's funny? If I didn't know you.
Yeah.
I could see that because of the way you carry yourself.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's kind of the same principles you live by. So, yeah, I mean, it's a lot of,
Interesting.
Definitely it's a mental challenge, when it comes to, training in martial arts, because, from when I was growing up, I mean, we went through a lot of rigorous,
a long time ago,
a lot of rigorous training, and then even at this level now where, you're basically, it's years before you move to another level. So, you got to keep your training up. Yeah. So you got to really stay focused, on, keeping up with your workouts pretty much by yourself. So, but the mental, phase of, becoming a successful martial artist or whatever, really, it's huge. So, but I mean, we went through some things, I got a lot of stories. We don't have enough time, to tell it, but, a lot of the stories, let's just say not everybody makes it to black belt, not everybody makes it.
Imagine. Not everybody
past
makes it
the first couple
past white belt. Cause white belt, you get that off GP. Like you get that when you walk in the door.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's a challenge. So, but you got to have the correct mental mindset, in order to, succeed and to, progress through, our program.
And life,
And life. Extremely.
I was reading an article this is from Forbes.com. They say all important mental game. Mental preparation is one of the most important aspects of peak performance under pressure in both sports and business. High pressure situations place many demands on us. When we are in a challenged state, we're able to meet those demands. To get into a challenged state, the key is to increase levels of self-confidence, perceptions of control, which I thought was very interesting, and focus on success. He goes on to say that the only way to meet demands of a high-pressure situation is to have the resources, i.e., and he says the resources include a variety of skills that can greatly enhance performance under pressure. And they say here, and so of course, I'm going to name them. Yeah. Here are just a few resources people use to get themselves mentally prepared. So I'm going to go through them and I want your 2 cents on them.
Okay.
Imagery. Visioning. People they use their vision boards.
Yeah.
Imagery.
Yeah.
Imagine that. They say sometimes before a big event, we imagine ourselves failing miserably. But that is literally the worst thing that you can do for yourself. They say we always picture the worst case scenarios and visualize embarrassing ourselves beyond recovery. You always hear that story about somebody going on stage and they're naked and they're just embarrassed and they mentally do that. And then when you're out, never mind. Okay. So of course, focusing on terrible outcomes creates what? Terrible outcomes. I'm just saying that's what I'm not saying this. Forbes.com is saying this. So they say instead of imagining negative outcomes, how about we visualize positive outcomes?
Let's be positive.
Let's be positive. Imagine that. They suggest recreating past performances or rehearsing future performances in your head. The imagery should be made as realistic as possible by including sights, sounds, feelings, and even smells. They say visualize yourself performing well in an upcoming presentation, interview, pitch, sports event, whatever it is, over and over again. They say visualizing a successful performance instills confidence in your ability to perform at your best. What's your thought on imagery, visualization?
That's a huge, but here's what I was thinking just now while you're saying that. I mean, just going back, what our topic is preparation. So, if you prepare well enough for anything, no matter how nervous you may get, whether it's speaking in front of people, if you're prepared, you will have no problems, because whether you practice talking in front of a mirror, practice talking in front of somebody else or peers and things like that. Exactly. It shouldn't be a problem. So, it's about preparation, and it's funny how we were talking about that. So,
I think it's hand in hand. Yeah, and I think it's very interesting how we use it in some aspects of our lives and we don't in others. And I'm saying this for myself as well because I attempt.
Yeah.
By no means am I perfect. I attempt to be positive.
Exactly.
And there was a situation the other day, and I was talking to somebody, and they were like, "You're giving them your power by showing them that they're getting to you." And I was like, like he threw my own line at me.
Yeah.
But it was good because I needed that.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I needed. And I'm like, oh, yeah, you're right. You know what? Now I'm going to check myself, and I'm not going to do it again.
That's right.
Well, I'm telling the truth. I probably will do it again, but I will be better at paying attention to let it go. Because when you're changing something, it usually is a process.
Yeah.
You may not get it right the first time.
Yeah.
But if you continue the process, you can change a habit or a system or, your thoughts if they are negative. Because it's not going to change. Today I'm positive, tomorrow I'm negative. Today I'm negative, tomorrow I'm positive.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen like that. It is like faking yourself out for a little while, and then it just happens naturally. It's like creating a habit.
Exactly. When I think about imagery, too, I think about kind of like role play, right? So if you, that's one way to prepare yourself, like if you're going to speak in front of people. Because I was never a great speaker.
You? What are you talking about?
Not at all. I could not.
Well, that's why I made you practice here.
I do not like getting in front of people, but so what I would do is I would practice, whether it's in front of my friends or my mom or, whoever. At the time, I was like, look, let me just practice, run through this real quick so I don't have any problems when it comes to my speech or whatever it may be. So, yeah, role play, it's key. Kind of like, actors, they do a dress rehearsal or something like that.
But it's funny that you said that because that's the number 2 thing.
Okay.
1 and 2. Number 2 is self-talk.
There you go.
Who's the biggest enemy?
Yourself.
Yourself. The person, the thing, whatever you want to call it, that little voice in your mind. Yeah. Like people think like they have a good and bad angel or, little things. Yeah. Whatever you want to call it. I know what I call it. Whatever you call it. There's whatever. When we can get a handle on that, and it's never going to go away.
Yeah.
Your ego, whatever you call it, it's never going to go away. You just have to be able to control it. And when you realize that you have the power to control it, that's it. Most people don't think your thoughts, that you have the power to control that voice in your head.
Exactly.
Like the biggest thing that I learned when I was reading a book one day was it hit me like a ton of bricks. Like you do not have to listen to the voice in your head.
Nope.
Do you know how profound that is? Most people, it's a great idea, go. Oh, it's a great idea, go. Oh, it's a great idea. Oh, I should hit them? Okay, great, go. No, you don't have to listen to the voice in your head. So if we can start creating these different self-talks, we can literally control our lives and change, but we have to prepare for that and we have to control that. So the conversations you have within yourself leading up to and during performances of whatever sort, even if it is a workout, sometimes you got to buck yourself up to go to workout. Trust me. I put my workout clothes on, so I will buck myself up to go do the workout. They said if a speaker spends 5 minutes before going on stage just thinking, I'm going to fail, and people are going to see how nervous I am, his heart is going to start racing, and it's going to create that. So if we just start to control ourselves and prepare our minds, we can prepare our mind in a different manner. We can change our lives to whatever the good life looks like for you. Mine is different. The good life is subjective, whatever it is for you. So we talked about the mind. We're going to take a quick break, and when we get back, we're going to talk about our body. And that is more Basjons' lane than mine. So we're going to get his tips on how we prepare our bodies for the good life. We'll be right back, y'all.
Isogenics is one of the fastest growing companies in the world because their products work. Their solutions and culture has redefined the health and wellness industry. Science backs their products and statistics back their success. But it's the people who make them successful. And I, Eileen Carter, have joined the Isogenics revolution. I've used the products and followed their system, and I swear by them. I'm on my journey of transformation and invite you to join me and try Isogenics today. Challenge yourself and change your life. Find information and testimonials at thegoodliferadioshow.isogenics.com. thegoodliferadioshow.isogenics.com. thegoodliferadioshow.isagenics.com. Order yours today.
Small businesses play an important role in society, and L&R Security is no different. L&R Security delivers safety and comfort to our neighborhoods, events, apartment communities, conventions, work sites, festivals, and your business. L&R Security can be reached at 504-943-3191 to ensure the safety of your employees, customers, family, friends, and you. L&R Security has made its mark in the security arena for over 37 years and will faithfully continue that tradition. Call today for your personalized consultation to ensure your security needs are met. L&R Security differentiates itself by creating partnerships with our clients and guards. We are now hiring armed and unarmed guard professionals, retired military, sheriffs, and PD to grow with us and impact our community. Be a part of the change with L&R Security. Call us now at 504-943-3191. 504-943-3191.
Join Metropolitan Human Services District and Xavier University as they tackle an important panel discussion entitled #GetYourMindRight, a collegiate mental health conversation. It all happens at the Xavier University Center, room 205 on Wednesday, May 24th from 6 to 8 p.m. Get informed during Mental Health Awareness Month. It's #GetYourMindRight. We'll see you May 24th at the Xavier University Center with Metropolitan Human Services District.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah.
The Louisiana Civil Rights Museum was authorized by the state legislature in 1999. In recent years, a nonprofit organization called Friends of the Louisiana Civil Rights Museum has worked to make the museum a reality. The Friends believe with James Baldwin that the tale of how we suffered, how we survived, and how we triumphed is never new, but it must always be told. During the year 2017, the Louisiana Civil Rights Museum will present a series of accurate, history-based narratives that chronicle the liberation struggles of various groups which created the Louisiana of today. We invite you to listen and discuss our presentations, which may sometimes be surprising, but always true. Listen, read, and think.
Yeah. You know what?
You might think it's just another day, but at Metro Disposal, this is our day. For more than 25 years, Metro Disposal has been a vital resource for waste management in our community. With state-of-the-art equipment and technology, we are committed to providing a cleaner, safer, healthier environment. This is our community. This is Metro Disposal.
WBOK 1230 AM, the People's Station.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome back to The Good Life with me, Eileen. We are here on Wellness Wednesday, and we're here to open your mind. We are living a good life right here on WBOK 1230 AM in New Orleans, opening minds to living differently in the world. But of course, we reach the world on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Make sure you follow us on all of our social media platforms. We are also on YouTube and Spreaker. Are you a podcaster? Are you a YouTuber? Make sure you follow us, The Good Life Radio Show, Eileen Carter. The Good Life Radio Show, Eileen Carter, because I need your help. We are growing in numbers, but you aren't there yet. So whatever social media platform you on, please connect with us. Please help us grow. It is The Good Life. And if you would like to become a part of The Good Life, if you have an event, if you want to sponsor, if you'd like to have your product be highlighted, please contact us. You can call us at 504-400-7127. That is our business office number. It is 504-400-7127. That is The Good Life. Call us. Join the movement. I'm telling y'all, I told y'all we were going to reach the world, and we are, and we're growing day by day. So I want to thank you for all of your support, and I want to ask for your prayers and your continued support. And I ask that we use that share button. Mm-hmm. Share. Sharing is caring. That's how we prepare for the future. And so we've been discussing preparation this week, and today we talked about it we are talking about it with regard to mind, body, and soul, and we've already kind of touched it with our mind. That's where everything starts. It starts with a thought. So if we have to get our mind right if we're preparing for anything. And so, it's Wellness Wednesday. Basjons getting all excited because this is his lane. He's about to talk about getting us ready for our workouts. And so I read a little bit about it. I'm like, preparing your body for a workout. And like, what do? They say hydrate. Like, there's so much that goes into it, like, at least that they say goes into it. I'm like, they say hydrate the evening before, eat a light meal at dinner. Now, this is if you're working out in the morning. Mm-hmm. Prepare your items, get your towel, get your this, get your clothes out, get your shoes, but that's to also get your mind right to prepare you to go. Because sometimes if you don't do those things, you wake up in the morning, you're like, I'm not going. Yeah. But if you prepare, you're more likely to go.
Get it done.
To get it done. But I also always hear these things about, that's a certain level of preparation. Mm-hmm. But like the preparation with eating and all that. Yeah. So what's your take on all of it? Like from A to B? Like, this is not my lane.
Preparation is so important. Preparation is so important because, with our busy lifestyles, people's, biggest thing people always come to me, I don't have time for this, I don't have time for that. So it's
I have time for scandal.
Exactly. It's so important for us to prepare. So whether you have to do it the night before or whatever it may be, or you wake up an extra 30 minutes to get dressed or whatever, you got to prepare yourself. And so for me,
my bed is so comfortable, Basjons. I don't want to get up.
I know. Well, you gotta. If you want the results, then you gotta make it happen. So.
That's what somebody said recently. They said you have to enjoy the process.
You got to enjoy the process. It is a process. That's the thing. You got to understand that it is a process. It's going to take time. It took you time to get to the place you're at right now.
That's a true story.
So it's going
I was eating those Oreos every day. You'll get it too.
So it's going to take a little bit.
One hand in the Oreos and one hand in the Doritos.
Wow. So
well, they're not really, but in theory.
We know. Mm-hmm. So it's going to take some time to get back to where you want to be. But, as far as eating, we talked about that during the break. Should you eat before, you work out? You should eat something before you work out. Now,
I know a lot of people
depends.
Who like to work out on empty stomachs.
I
hear that's really bad.
Something called fasted cardio where people just don't eat before they work out.
How does that work out?
That's
when you fall out and
No, it depends what kind of workout you're doing too, So, but they're probably eating something a little bit more different at night too. So, and don't believe the hype. They probably wake up. I hear stories about like a lot of people. What they'll do is let's say if their wake up time is at 6, right? Mm-hmm. They'll wake up at 5, eat a quick something, and go back to sleep so they can wake up at 6 to be prepared to work out. So that's that 1 hour before you work out, or an hour and a half before you work out.
So I've heard that too. If you should eat, but it should be an hour and a half before you work out.
You don't want to eat right before you work out. Yeah. So you should have some time, so like a lot of protein shakes and things like that, they'll tell you they'll say eat an hour before or drink an hour before you go work out. Why? Because you want that to settle in your stomach. Because if you don't let's say heavy cardio or whatever, you don't want that stuff to come up and then you're sitting in your belly and you're feeling too full to where you can't even enjoy your workout. So, personally, I I don't eat a lot before I work out, but I do eat something, whether it's a boiled egg,
He just watches me dance.
A protein shake or whatever it may be. So, but I'll eat.
Y'all should really see what goes on in the studio.
I know.
You really should. You should follow us on Facebook Live.
I'm
just saying.
I'm trying not to bust out laughing here. I'm trying to keep a straight face.
I break out and dance at various times.
Yes, and I miss it sometimes, so I'm prepared for the dance, the preparation part for the dance. So we got to work on our routine a little bit. It's gonna get there.
Oh, you have to prepare for a routine?
I don't know. I'm gonna get that routine together. We're gonna work it out.
Do we have one? Should we prepare for it? I mean, we prepare. Think about that. We prepare for everything else in life.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It's
and
going to be better.
If you prepare a routine, you are more inclined to keep it.
That's right.
True story.
That is true. You're absolutely right.
My problem is I don't have a routine.
Well, we need to get you a routine.
Here's
write things
true
down.
Story
Write it
what
down.
My preparation
Write it
issue
down.
is.
Write it down.
You see, and I think a lot of parents have the same struggle.
Yeah.
My routine is based off my child's routine.
Uh-huh.
So, like, with different seasons, like the end of school, there are a lot of people going through that right now.
Yeah.
The end of school or, change of sports season. Either they're going from cheerleading to soccer to football to basketball to baseball. Your schedule changes. And so sometimes it's hard to keep a routine. So I have prepared in my mind that if I switched entirely to the morning, when somebody told me it was better to work out in the morning. So I want that answer, as well as if I prepare myself in the morning and I'm doing it before all of that even happens, am I more inclined to keep it up?
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I like I said,
I think
my
sleep, but then I should go to sleep earlier and then I don't have this problem.
If you gotta,
but then I'm stuck on the news that is just feeling negativity in my head, so I should just go to sleep.
I want you to try this. I want you to try writing down, or even, I don't know, write it down. Write down what you're planning to do the next day and what time you plan on doing it the next day. And write it down. Or put it in your phone and set an alarm for yourself.
I need to do that.
That way,
I talk about it all the time.
You need to.
That sounds like something I would say.
Hold you accountable a little bit. So write it down.
You mean if I prepare a plan?
And actually write your exercise you want to do down. So if you're not sure what you want to do, there's different apps that'll tell you what to do. You could download different apps out there. I'm not going to say them.
Someone else can prepare it for me?
Exactly. It is already there. There's a lot of, even if you go online, if you use Pinterest, Pinterest has a lot of different little exercise routines that you can do. I'll give you one, but
you should.
And I will.
I asked you for a video. I want to know.
Wow. Okay, I'm sorry. I will give you one. So we can. We're gonna make that happen.
You didn't prepare it for me.
I did not prepare it for you.
Me, for shame. Okay, so that's preparing for our workouts.
Well, now that I know you're going to the gym.
Body. Yes. Aren't you proud of me?
I got you.
See, y'all? Proud trainer moment. I feel smaller in my mind, and that's where it has to start, in my thoughts. So how do I prepare my food? I have already, when I get into a workout and routine of lifestyle change and stuff, I do it in little increments. First I start drinking more water. Yeah. And then I'll start, doing little things with my food. For all of you who don't know, I have cut out meat. I have not had meat.
How's that going for you?
Not that bad.
That's great.
The only thing that I don't like...
I haven't cut out meat, y'all. Sorry.
The only thing that drives me a little... Sometimes when you go out, the only option is, a fried shrimp or a fried fish. That kind of annoys me.
But the fried food, though, that's...
And it's just not as...
Exactly.
So I've had fried something twice when I didn't really want to, but that was really my only option, and I felt bad. But nonetheless, it is what it is. I didn't eat meat. But I will say this. Shout out to Kermit Ruffins in the Mother-in-Law Lounge, because we have an event there. If y'all don't know, we have an event there every Monday evening. And I went in the back. It was a $5 color charge, and you get to eat, y'all. He cooks the beans and everything. But nonetheless, I didn't eat the beans. But in the back, they had barbecue and stuff. And I was like, well, let's go see if they have something that's not meat. And I was like, do. Guess what? They had grilled portobello mushrooms.
Oh wow.
And tofu. I I just stuck with the meat. I haven't switched over to tofu or anything else. But they had a grilled portobello mushroom. They put coleslaw on top of it for me and put barbecue sauce and put it on a bun. And that's what I ate, and it was absolutely delicious. So shout out to them that they had options, and it was delicious.
That's
it was
awesome.
a good life for me that night. I thought I was going to starve. True story.
That's good.
But I'm saying there are a lot of people who are preparing for people who have different lifestyles. So when you go out, it isn't as difficult. But if you do lead a lifestyle that has different food restrictions, you do have to prepare before you leave the house. And you have to make sure that you have snacks. I mean, I've learned that now. I have to have snacks. And I look at my snacks, and I have, like, to make sure that they have do I have one in my purse? Let me see. Probably didn't prepare this.
Yeah, you got to prepare.
But I have to make sure. I can't reach over and see. But I had to make sure that I didn't have the non-GMOs. Like, there is a little a little logo that is on food products. I mean, from meat to snacks. And it's like non-GMO and non-antibiotics and non all that other stuff. You can literally see it. If they don't have it, you need to question it. That's just my 2 cents.
Yeah.
But, like, preparing, yourself, if you do have food restrictions. And certain people, it may not be a lifestyle or a spiritual thing. It could be, a health reason.
Healthy.
Like, you cannot eat sugar or,
Yep.
you will have diabetic coma. Like, seriously. Like, I have family who's diabetic, so this is nothing to take lightly. Or you can't eat a lot of salt because, you're high blood pressure or whatever the situation may be. So we want to prepare for these situations so when you go out that you have snacks and things that you can eat.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, it starts when you grocery shop. So, I mean, one of the rules in my house is that if it's not on the list, we're not buying it.
Really?
So
I would die.
So if we're walking up down the aisle, and we see something, it's not on the list.
Really?
Can't buy it.
Oh my gosh.
So I mean,
I would have to go to the store first. I'd have to peep it out, and then I'd have to
do what you got to do. But guess what? If it's not on my list,
but what if it's a new item?
You ain't getting it, player. No, because it's not meant for you.
Really?
Nope, you're not getting it. So.
Me?
So,
oh man, that's a tough household.
I know.
I like to go in a little healthy food aisle and be like, okay,
because
what's
guess what?
new?
You know the saying, like, you always never go grocery shopping when you're hungry.
Yes,
and that's always
I
the case. So when you go, you're like, man, I'm gonna get that. And I used to always see all this extra junk food just sitting in the house. Like, why?
I do put healthy snacks, and I go in the little aisle and I go see which ones are new. Like, I have these cashew bar things now. Yeah. And I have another banana nut something.
Yeah.
And they sound bad, but they're really... Like, when I opened it, I was like, this is it.
I will allow...
I mean, it's good, but
fruits and vegetables to be added on there. I will allow that. That's different. But, like, the extra junk food stuff...
If it has the no GMO labels...
The organic. Yes. I got my organic bananas.
And it has to be 100%... Okay, time out. Remember how they had an okie dokie with the organic?
Yeah.
Make sure it's 100% natural organic.
No, yeah,
they
I
will
agree.
Okie dokie.
Yep.
And last but not least, meal prep. I'm terrible at it. You're good at it. So give us your 2 cents on meal prep.
It doesn't take that long, guys. I mean, personally, now, I'm saying this, but I don't really do the cooking in my household. But I'm there. I'm part of it.
You're an onlooker.
I'm the sous chef. I pass the stuff to her,
Yeah, I believe that.
But
I believe he is like chopping it up like whoosh, watch out.
No, but it doesn't take long though. I mean, in
his mind.
It doesn't. No, it literally. I mean, I'm just sitting there timing. It doesn't take about an hour, and we plan for the whole week. We make our meals for the whole week. So I was going to bring it in the studio today.
Were you?
I was going to bring it, but I didn't want to. But it's in the car.
You can prepare.
I'm sorry, but yes. How do you eat?
Everyone who's watching us on Facebook Live, how do you
eat the same thing every day?
That would drive me nuts.
People eat McDonald's every day. That's the same thing. People eat Wendy's every day. That's the same thing. Fast food period is the same thing.
But they have different options on it.
No, that's the same.
But
thing.
I don't go there anymore.
So if you
have not been.
You eat Oreos every day. That's the same thing.
If I'm forced, they do have options there. I eat the oatmeal.
So but
they do have healthy options.
It's a discipline. You just discipline yourself, and
or better options.
You will it will be easier.
I haven't eaten fast food
Good for you.
I don't eat
I love it. I told you.
I don't like it.
I told you my story about fast food, so I mean, nothing against people working at a fast food place, but every time I go there, I get disgusted because I just get aggravated.
I haven't been recently, but
because
I went for someone
I don't like
else.
it.
To be perfectly, I went for someone else. And they always, and this isn't for real. This is called preparation. This is the real preparation. This isn't, I know we have to take a break. This isn't to any specific fast food place.
Exactly.
Why do y'all always forget the sauces?
Come on, man.
Why?
What?
Why do we have to come back?
Yes.
The worst thing is to have to go back to the sauce because you already know that you were like, ooh, yeah, the sauce. I mean, that's what like makes the meal. That's what makes you different. Your sauce compared to somebody else's
And I'm
sauce.
pretty sure they eat the
Why
fast
do you
food
always
too,
forget
right?
the sauce?
Yeah.
Why? Pick a restaurant chain, any restaurant chain, they always forget the sauce. This is wait, what do you call those? Those messages to the audience.
Yeah, shoot.
Lee, you know what I'm talking about. This is a public service announcement. This is a public service announcement to everyone who has sauces. Don't forget the sauce. It is the most aggravating thing that will have people and customers not return. I'm so serious. That is the worst thing to get home and be like, they left my sauce. And especially like tartar sauce or something like that, or like cocktail sauce when you have like seafood and you just knew the tartar sauce was in there because it's not something you always have at home. Am I telling on myself because I have shrimp sometimes? That is the worst.
She did.
You know, like you go to a restaurant. Anyway, don't forget the sauce. Please prepare our meals accurately and please don't forget the sauce.
The sauce.
Okay. It's Good Life, y'all. We're talking preparation, mind, body, and soul. Prepare your mind, get your thoughts, your mind right. Prepare your body. Prepare for the gym. Prepare for new exercise routines. Make sure you eat something an hour to an hour and a half before you work out, depending on your body. Check with your doctor. I am not one.
Me neither.
So go check with your doctor. This is Basjons Jordan of Tiger Rock NOLA. Before we go out, Basjons, you have a special going on this summer.
Yes, $199 for the whole summer. So that's 8 weeks of classes for only $199. So. Man,
y'all be going out for the $199.
Come check us out. 504-831-1110. 504-831-1110.
I want to thank Basjons Jordan of Tiger Rock NOLA for all he does right here on Wellness Wednesdays. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be back with Bobbie Clark Alexander from the ATL. Prep y'all, prep your cells, prep your mind, prep your body, prep your life.
Isagenix is one of the fastest growing companies in the world because their products work. Their solutions and culture has redefined the health and wellness industry. Science backs their products and statistics back their success. But it's the people who make them successful. And I, Eileen Carter, have joined the Isagenix revolution. I've used the products and followed their system, and I'd swear by them. I'm on my journey of transformation and invite you to join me and try Isagenix today. Challenge yourself and change your life. Find information and testimonials at thegoodliferadioshow.isagenix.com. 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 Order yours today. Small businesses play an important role in society, and L&R Security is no different. L&R Security delivers safety and comfort to our neighborhoods, events, apartment communities, conventions, work sites, festivals, and your business. L&R Security can be reached at 504-943-3191 to ensure the safety of your employees, customers, family, friends, and you. L&R Security has made its mark in the security arena for over 37 years and will faithfully continue that tradition. Call today for your personalized consultation to ensure your security needs are met. L&R Security differentiates itself by creating partnerships with our clients and guards. We are now hiring armed and unarmed guard professionals, retired military, sheriffs, and PD to grow with us and impact our community. Be a part of the change with L&R Security. Call us now at 504-943-3191. 504-943-3191.
Join Metropolitan Human Services District and Xavier University as they tackle an important panel discussion entitled #Get Your Mind Right, a collegiate mental health conversation. It all happens at the Xavier University Center, room 205 on Wednesday, May 24th from 6 to 8 p.m. Get informed during Mental Health Awareness Month. It's #Get Your Mind Right. We'll see you May 24th at the Xavier University Center with Metropolitan Human Services District. The Dillon University Office of Community and Church Relations, in partnership with Bethany United Methodist Church, Holy Cross Lutheran Church, New Orleans, Louisiana Baptist Charities, and Pentecost Baptist Church, come together to host the Gentilly, Desire, Pontchartrain Park Community Health and Resources Fair. It all happens Saturday, June 10th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. And it's located at Holy Cross Lutheran Church at 6154 Press Drive. This free event will feature diabetes testing, health screenings, men's health care, legal services from expungement information and housing rights, prostate cancer information, children dental services, banking and mortgage information, employment services, job training programs, Medicaid expansion updates, fitness exercise, cooking demonstrations, and so much more. For more information, contact Nick Harris at 504-473-1141. That's 504-473-1141. It's the Gentilly Desire Pontchartrain Park Community Health and Resources Fair. It all happens Saturday, June 10th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. And it's located at Holy Cross Lutheran Church at 6154 Press Drive.
If you suspect your loved one is having a stroke, get immediate care. This is Dr. Takesha Davis, President and CEO of New Orleans East Hospital. Each year, nearly 800,000 people in the U.S. experience a stroke, about one every 40 seconds. Strokes occur due to problems with the blood supply to the brain. Signs of a stroke include face drooping, unexplained dizziness, arm or leg weakness, speech difficulties, severe headache, or loss of vision. New Orleans East Hospital is a Louisiana Emergency Response Network confirmed Level 3 stroke center. If you or someone you know is experiencing stroke symptoms, call 911 or get to your nearest emergency room immediately. At New Orleans East Hospital, life-saving care starts in our emergency room. For more information about stroke care, visit us at 5620 Reed Boulevard or visit our website at noehospital.org. New Orleans East Hospital. Quality health care close to home.
The Good Life Radio Show is a proud WBOK block programmer. To advertise with the Good Life Radio Show, call 504-400-7127. 504-400-7127. Open your mind and grow with the Good Life Radio Show today. That's 504-400-7127.
WBOK, real talk for real times.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome back to The Good Life with me, Eileen. We are here on Wellness Wednesday, and we're here to open your mind. We are living the good life right here on WBOK 1230 AM. We're opening minds to living differently in the world with love, compassion, tolerance, and understanding for ourselves and everyone else. We do that right here weekdays at 11 a.m. Make sure you stay tuned for Marketplace Monday, Relationship Tuesday, Wellness Wednesday, Gumbo Talk Thursday, and Free Spirit Friday. I was just telling everyone on Facebook Live, which is why you need to follow me, but since you're not, I'll tell you too, that I am not always great at preparation, but what I have learned is that what I'm not good at, I try to find something to make my life easier. And I am not good at breakfast. I know I'm not. And so what I have found are these isogenic shakes. I know y'all hear about them, but they really have helped change my life, and I am actually dropping the LB, so I'm really excited about it. If you would like any information, you can go to thegoodliferadioshow.isogenics.com, thegoodliferadioshow.isogenics.com. When I find something I like and that's working, I like to share. I think that's what The Good Life is all about. So if you're interested in them, you can find them at thegoodliferadioshow.isogenics.com. I had a couple people ask me about it, so I wanted to give you the information. So we've been discussing preparation, mind, body, and soul. We had Basjons Jordan of Tiger Rock NOLA in the studio. I want to thank him. We talked about our mind. We talked about our body. Now we have Bobbie Clark Alexander to talk about our soul. And I'm sure she's going to put our mind in there too, because they work a lot in conjunction with each other. Actually, they all work in conjunction together, don't they, Bobbie?
They certainly do. They certainly do. It's another great title, Eileen.
You like that?
You keeping us on our toes. I'm really actually grateful for your gift. You just gifted to do this. So this is great for me, being a life coach myself, and to have someone to bounce off and to just give me some fresh ideas that I have to do with, certain individuals. You always bringing up something. So I'm like, keep it moving.
Girl, you see, when God puts people in your life for a reason, and you have been with me, before the radio show even started. Some people are there, a lesson. Y'all people come for lessons and they go too. A little while, a reason, a season, a lifetime, and you are definitely a lifetime. So you can't get rid of me if you wanted to. You laugh because you know it's true.
Because you are so funny. No. You start acting like you're 5. No.
Like, nope,
I said, okay.
No. Yep, you got to stay. You're stuck forever. But you have helped prepare me.
No, that's that baby syndrome. You the baby in the family. All the babies are like that. My brother's like that. He's very smart, just like you, but you guys just have your own little thing going.
See, you keep me telling all my business on the air.
Okay, all right.
It's
I'm
all right,
sorry.
though. No, but it's all right. I live transparently. I am by no means perfect. Do I have the youngest child syndrome? Probably
you're
so.
Just like that. But this is a great topic you have, Eileen. Again, yet again, you hit it. And preparedness. This is what I tell people, and it's for me too. And I'll give you a little example for myself. I'm going to be transparent this morning as well. But when you don't prepare and you don't make plans, you plan to fail. You plan to fail. And if you're trying to do things at the cuff of your sleeve, then you get what you get. You know how people get upset because this didn't happen and that didn't happen and this one didn't help me. But what did you plan? What were your plans? What were your strategies? How did you set everything up?
You touching a nerve,
it's
Bobbie.
Uncomfortable. So what I'm going to do, I know it's uncomfortable, so I'm going to tell on myself. Is that okay?
Yes, please tell on yourself.
Okay, yeah. I travel a lot. My travel has picked up a great deal in the last year. So I cannot keep the same travel habits that I had before because they're costing me. They cost me my health. Because when I don't plan and make sure and pack early enough, for one thing, I keep a suitcase packed. There is a toiletry bag in there, and there are a couple other things that I keep in there all the time. I trade out clothing. However, trading out those clothing are important. And then if I'm dealing with clients, I have to make sure I have all my client information in there. Well, what I do sometimes, I get real busy trying to do a lot of things before I leave out of town, and I'll forget something on the table that I meant to put in there when I was packing. But if I pack like 2 or 3 days before I leave, I have to pick up a new packing habit or regimen. I can't do that last minute packing like I used to do.
I know you're talking about packing, but you're really talking about life.
Yeah. And so what I have to do a lot of times, I have to call home. I have to get one of my young adult millennials to go do this. And, that's like a drag. They act like you're asking them to give them some blood by just slitting their wrist.
Cutting
right
their arm off and delivering it to you.
Exactly. Would you please fax this? I forgot that. Or would you FedEx that or whatever? Well, the reason it has something to do with my health because that is that's just a lot of pressure on me. Unnecessary pressure that I don't need, and I see it.
Right. And
we do that. Stop it.
Each and every one of us does that to ourselves every day.
So we have to stop it. And so I'm being transparent. So I want you to be transparent, the listening audience, with your own life. Because you know what? When you're transparent and you just see you for who you are and what you're actually doing, if you're hurting yourself and it's something wrong, help you. We only have one life. Let's make it wonderful. Let's make it the good life.
Right. I can give a great example. And actually, I'm very proud because it wasn't me this year. But literally, it probably has been me for the past 3 years. This is the time of year where our young children are getting out of school, right? And you're like, oh, snap, they're out of school. I did not prepare for summer camp. And now you're rushing around trying to find camp. You're laughing because every parent, whether you are good or not, has done this 1 year. Summer has crept up on you, and you didn't prepare for it. And then you may not get into the camp that you want, or your child wants to go to the zoo camp. And then they're packed. Y'all know they pack early. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. And, you know, they're at the neighborhood camp, and they come home, and they're miserable. And then all summer, or at least for a month, that 30 days, you're like, ugh. And they're like, never, the whole, whatever. But if you would have prepared.
Everybody's miserable. Exactly.
Everybody's
that's
miserable.
a great example.
Yeah, everybody's miserable. Your child's miserable. You're miserable. Everybody's aggravated. They don't like the food, and it just, you have to pack a lunch because you got one that doesn't give lunch because you waited to the last minute. I know. I'm saying it because I've done it. You're laughing because it's true. And there's somebody out there who is nodding their head because we have all done it.
I love it. That's a perfect example. I used to send my daughter to the nature camp in the nature area over there on Reed Boulevard in the park.
Yes.
I homeschooled her. And so for November and December, they used to do nature workshops for 2 or 3 days. And you're right, I had to get her in there early enough because everybody who homeschooled their kids, and then those that didn't, they had to have some place to put their kids that was going to keep them active.
Exactly. And you don't want to be caught, you know.
The best camp go first.
Exactly. Exactly. So I'm very proud. He's good through June. And then he has, you know, June is education, July is sports. That's how we worked it out this year. So I'm like, yes.
Yeah,
I'm feeling very accomplished this year.
I'm so happy for you, Aiden.
Yeah, I'm feeling very accomplished. But you know what? Everybody isn't having that feeling. But just like you said, the anxiety that you feel when you're not prepared really does, you know, it does a doozy on your mind, it does a doozy on your body, and it does a doozy too.
It's unnecessary stress. You know, we have normal day-to-day stress, but that's adding.
Right.
That's adding to, that's not normal, that's above normal, okay? That's the extra that I can just eliminate by changing a habit. You know, you have to modify your behavior.
Ooh, wait, what? I have to do what?
Modify your behavior.
That doesn't sound like fun, Bobbie Clark Alexander. That does not sound like fun. To modify my behavior? What is wrong with me? What are you talking about?
No, modify. That's for all of us. I'm speaking to everyone. We have to modify our behavior and how we think and do things. If our behavior keeps getting the same results, we have to modify it.
Yeah, like every year I'm late on camp. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And this is important. Like this,
your behavior.
Right. This is an example that doesn't hurt anybody's feelings, but they know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And so this is just like getting up and being.
You are so funny, but you are so right.
This is like
on
just
with
like
that.
getting up, being at WBOK on time to start your show, right, Lee? It's just like, you know. I'm playing. But like anything, you know, getting up, being at work, getting up, picking up your kids.
But everybody, we're laughing, we're having a good time with it, but we're modifying behavior.
Yeah, everybody knows. I mean, you know, I'm just talking about the kids right now. You know that one parent who's always late to pick up their kids. And I don't mean like, you know, because you get out of work late, just because you were lollygagging. I mean, it is what it is. And then the child has anxiety.
Exactly.
Yeah, the child has anxiety.
Because you are so right.
Yeah.
You're just pointing their finger at everybody.
It's truth. The child has anxiety. You know, they're embarrassed because they're always late. The teachers are late waiting, and then they're late picking up their children, and then the school gets involved, and then you have to pay a $25 late fee or whatever it is, and then they have to go sit in the office by themselves. I'm just saying how when we aren't prepared, it's a ripple effect to other people.
That actually is a problem for the child. Do you know that's a bad reflection upon your child because people start labeling your child, oh, his mama always late.
Yes. And, you know, I'm giving a funny example, but this is real talk. And so, and look, and I'm talking about myself, too. I'm talking about myself, too, so it's not like I'm pointing fingers. I'm doing this lovingly. But, you know, if you see and I like to give, you know, fun examples, because if we can see ourselves in fun examples, we can acknowledge that we may be slacking on something, because we all slack on something at some point in time. I mean, it just is what it is, because we're not perfect. We just aren't. So if you can just recognize that, this may be something I need to pay more attention to, give it the attention that it needs and move forward. That's it.
Right.
No judgment.
Right.
It is what it is.
It is. But Eileen, you know what? I'm going to just say this to everyone. Everyone is just not as free as we are with telling on ourselves. We got to that point over a course of time. And then actually when you came in my path, I started promoting that with you, and then you got on that bandwagon, and you've been doing it ever since, but you've been growing leaps and bounds. I mean, the outcome is just awesome, and I'm loving it. So I'm just going to just have everyone to just consider, what? Put yourself on front, okay? Don't have other people to put you on front. Do it to yourself.
Do it to yourself. That is the best preparation in the world, when we can take a look inside ourselves and see what we need to work on.
Yes.
Just be honest with yourself.
You don't have to be ashamed in front of anybody. It's you. Girl. And you about you.
I was shamed for so many years. I bathed in shame. I drowned myself in shame. I swam in shame. I even backstroked in shame. And it didn't get me anywhere. It didn't get me anywhere. I was absolutely miserable. When I started being like, I am not shame. I don't care what you have to say about me, because are you paying my bills? No, last time I still energy. My name is still on energy. Smooth your water boy. I'm not ashamed. What do I have to be ashamed about? I'm too old.
BeWhoYouBe.com, guys. That's where you can find me. BeWhoYouBe.com.
BeWhoYouBe.com. You want to know how I drop my shame? Bobbie Clark Alexander. I am not ashamed. Be exactly who you are. And that is the good life. Don't be who I am. Be who you are. It's all subjective. I may talk about this all day long, but be exactly who you are. You. And that is preparation. Prepare for our future. Get your mind right. Get your body right. Get your soul right. Take care of you. It's the good life, y'all. Thank you, Bobbie Clark Alexander. She's calling in from the ATL. She is my life coach, and she can be yours. Follow her on BeWhoYouBe.com. Thank you, Bobbie, for calling in. Please keep me off air. Love you, too. This is Wellness Wednesday, y'all. We are out. But if you would like to join the good life, make sure you give us a call at 504-400-7127. And we're out.